This week's Sports Star Spotlight takes us to Atlanta for a two-sport athlete. There's not much that Jayden Thomas can't do, and when it comes to playing sports, he's always been willing to try anything.
When he first got in sports, he actually started when he was 3 years old playing baseball, and I could tell he had something in him. He always wanted to work.
It's just something about sports that I've always loved when I'm watching it, so the more sports I'm involved with, it makes me happiest. It's just baseball, again, it's just one of those sports that I played since I was 4, so I've always had a love for it. So that's why I like multi-sports. It's just sports, I love sports.
Once he came in as a 9th grader, right away I knew he was going to be a special talent. He was going to be able to help us right away as a freshman on the field. But the most important thing about Jayden is he really bought into the culture of the school, on the field and out, off the field. Played 3 sports as a freshman. That's very difficult to do at this school, especially as a freshman who makes a 45-minute commute every day. To do your homework, be on time, and to get your schoolwork done.
He's been good about telling us about as far as his enthusiasm with a certain sport and his love for a sport, and he's loved all 3 sports all the way up until high school. I mean, if he could have continued to play basketball, he would have, but we had to cut something out because it was just getting to be too much.
Jayden has truly emerged as a special talent on the football field. He's been making plays on offense, defense, and special teams for Pace Academy.
Well, I've used JT in multiple ways. On 3rd down, I'll put him in as a pass rusher, kind of get him against one of those slow offensive linemen. Just, hey, man, just get to the quarterback. Don't coach him up too much. Just say, this is your responsibility. We got certain packages for you. He's also punted for us. He's running some of the Wildcat. Obviously, because he can do so many things, he adds a whole lot more value to the team. I've had a lot of coaches come in during this recruiting process and, hey, is he a DB or is he a wide receiver? And I'm saying, he's a football player.
He especially likes to line up at wide receiver, the position he's most likely to play in college.
Just the ability just to make plays pretty much, go up and get the ball and score. Like, who else doesn't want to get touchdowns? So it's just pretty much just the best of the best. Like, if somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. That's what really drives me.
I think the one thing is, his physical stature helps him a lot. I mean, JT's got, he's a tall kid, long, rangy, which allows him to be a very good outfielder in baseball because he can stretch, get from sideline to sideline. Football, I don't think he's blazing fast, but he has deceptive speed, and he eats up a lot of ground. So I think his physical stature is one thing. I think obviously JT works very hard, and he is a good listener, and he picks up things very well right away. And that's, for a coach, that's a great attribute when you don't have to tell someone the same thing 2 or 3 times.
The soft-spoken superstar is definitely more of a lead-by-example type, and his coaches know that even if he's not always vocal, he definitely hears them.
Jayden's a quiet kid, so he's not necessarily going to repeat everything, but he heard what you said, and that's how he knows offenses and defenses. Plays both sides of the ball since he was at a very young age. He was able to be moved around to any position, and I think that's helped him also as he's gotten older.
Jayden's athleticism shows when he's playing center field and shortstop as well, and he's interested in playing baseball in college if possible, though it would very likely be his second sport. He'll be accepting a football scholarship at the next level, and he's currently focused on 5 schools: Georgia, Arkansas, Michigan, Penn State, and Notre Dame. And he's considering more than just football as he decides on his destination.
Definitely just the best fit, mentally, physically, educational-wise. That's a big part, academics. We like to say it's more like the 40-year plan, not the 4-year plan. So whatever's going to help me after football, that's very important.
He's been pretty good on his research and feeling out the coaches. Sometimes you can't go for a specific coach because, coaches leave. You got to fall in love with the school. We just don't want him making a decision just solely based on football because there's more to school than just, those couple months that you're in football.
While Jayden has more in his mind than just sports, it certainly seems like they'll be a big part of his future.
I've coached a lot of good players here. Guy one just got drafted in the NFL, 4th pick overall, and then JT, in my opinion, will rank up there. When he leaves here, he should be in that conversation with the Andrew Thomases, the Jamari Sawyers, and Deion Jacksons of the world. He has a chance to be that good. He'll be that kind of kid.
Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.